Dave Delgado here with Ben Ferguson, United Airlines Guam Marathon race director. Now, the original start date for the 2021 event, scheduled for April 11th, got moved to the fall season.
Yes, that's right. So, this has been a very difficult situation for all of us that organized the event. In that planning has just been very challenging given what's going on. Having said all of that, we did come to the realization that doing something in April was just off the table. And so we still hold hope that we are going to be able to get this event done this year. We'd like to think that we'll be able to get it done in the fall. But again, even that has some degree of contingencies to it. We made the announcement that we would be pushing back to the fall of 2021 for our UGM.
An event like this, of its magnitude, the runners and participants get an ample time for training, especially for those that want to race competitively.
Yeah, that's right. And so, I think one of the challenges we have is that we do know that we've got quite a few runners that have been out there training in anticipation of doing something in April. We have over 800 runners registered in Japan, and our race secretariat in Japan was receiving a lot of inquiries about the event and whether or not it was going to happen in April. And so, we felt it necessary to reach out to our running community and let them know that we need to push back again. I guess the positive in all of this is that it does provide people with some additional time to train, perhaps for a distance that they may not have felt comfortable with doing in April. Maybe they can go up to the half marathon or marathon. So we're hoping, again, fingers crossed, that we continue this positive trend that we're seeing here on the island with positive cases, and we get vaccinated here pretty soon, and we can do a live sports event.
Well, one of the positives is I was driving through Tumon recently, and you see a lot more members of the community coming out, doing their exercising, walking, and running through Tumon now.
Yeah, it's quite humbling to see that. I've lived here a long time, and I have never seen the amount of runners that I see in Tumon or just in Guam in general, even over at Tiedzin and Dedido. You see more runners than we've ever seen before. And so certainly that's a positive that's come out of all of this. And I would like to think that that'll bode well for all of our running events on the island, not just the UGM.
The participants short of the experience because, the run itself, you talk about the scenic routes and just the finishing, everything that happens after the race. That's an experience that you really want to give those who take part in the event.
Well, it is. Yeah. So obviously in 2020, we did the event virtually, and that was a success. We had over 2,000 runners that had registered for the event that was to take place in April. And then out of those 2,000 runners, we had well over 1,000 runners participate in the event virtually. And so we had some discussion about doing the event virtually again this April, but felt, as you just now said, that runners really want that camaraderie, that experience that they get of doing an event and then all the stuff that goes on after the event. And so I think we've come to the conclusion that we don't want to proceed with doing things virtually. We want to get back to a point where we can host the event and entertain people.
For us on the media side, from the press conference, from the expo, everything just leading up to the race, there's so much hype and there's so much excitement built around it.
Yeah, there really is. And I think a lot of that excitement has to do with the fact that it's truly an international event. We normally host 2,000 runners from off island. So it's, we view it as this opportunity to market the island and to introduce people to the warmth and hospitality of Guam. And so I think that adds this great degree of excitement to it. And I think our resident runners appreciate that as well. They just love that part of the event. And so the expo that leads up to the event, the press conferences, and then all of the entertainment that happens after the event really makes the event our signature sports event. And so, we have our fingers crossed that we're going to get back to that point. But of course, everything that we do, Dave, is always going to be done with that dose of reality as it relates to safety. And so, we'll continue to monitor the situation, obviously pay attention to all of our government mandates, and wish for the best.
And for those that are just trying to get the heads up on the event, how can they continue to follow everything that's going on with the run?
Well, certainly via social media, there's a UGM app that that you can download. If you go to either Samsung's App Store or iPhone's App Store, you can download the UGM app. That's a great way of keeping abreast of the event. And then, of course, there's the website, the UnitedGuamMarathon.com website, which will also keep you abreast of events. But yeah, social media, we've got a great team that posts social media on a regular basis and keeps everybody updated. So these days, that's probably the easiest way to keep updated.